I hate my boss.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
Maybe the woman should pick up a check once in a while.
It's the Bears, it's the Packers.
With more than 500 million people linked to social networks, it's no secret many are talking a lot. Sometimes too much.
I don't post anything stupid. I'm always aware.
Glenn Bush never thought any of his random thoughts on Facebook would cause him any problems until his comment on the tragic shooting in Tucson. His posting?
You can't shoot people you disagree with. She was a moderately conservative Democrat and seemed like a great person. So.
About a day later, Bush got a letter from his boss at Coach for Kids, where he's volunteered since 2008.
It is unfortunate that this day has come, but I regrettably must sever our relationship with you. It is essential that we not become involved in public controversy, either in support or in opposition of an issue. It was like a kidney punch. I don't know how to describe it. I just can't believe that just all of a sudden like that, all this work is just gone.
In the past 2 years, there's just been an enormous boom in people getting terminated for this.
Civil rights attorney Kristen Kay says employers have every right to and do snoop around employees' personal pages. If the employer can access something it finds objectionable, even if it's legal, it could be grounds for firing. Kay says employees in the private world often misinterpret freedom of speech.
Unless somebody works for a governmental entity, the federal government, state, local, generally they have no free speech rights.
The scrutiny applies to your work computers too. A whopping 66% of employers admit they monitor employees' internet connections. The main reasons being concerns over litigation and productivity, also fears about security breaches.
It's 100% work appropriate.
The Playboy-owned website SmokingJacket.com is one of a growing list of sites created specifically to skirt employers' peering eyes.
If someone's not being hampered in their productivity and they're not creating an uncomfortable or hostile work environment for someone else, they should be allowed to look at whatever the heck they want.
Never in a million years would I have thought it would have happened to me.
For Glenn Bush, the story ends on a positive note. After firing him, Coach for Kids has allowed him to return. His lesson is one he believes anyone can learn from.
You better know what you're posting and be comfortable with standing up and showing the world.
Alex Perez, NBC News.
All right, here's one for you. A former teacher in Barrow County, Georgia, says the school district forced her to resign over some photos and an expletive. It's on her private Facebook page. Ashley Payne taught English at Appalachian High and says she was blindsided in August when the principal told her a parent had complained about a picture from her trip to Europe. There's the picture, one of them anyway. She's sipping beer at the top of the Guinness Brewery in Dublin. These are pretty tame photos. It's not like she's this wild party scene where she's swinging from a chandelier. She says the pictures, they're not bad. Just having a beer, is that enough to force someone to resign? Joining us to talk about it, we have Ashley Payne with us, along with her attorney, Richard Storrs. Also joining us, attorney Tanya Acker. All right, Ashley, what am I missing here? Is there some photo we're not seeing? They look pretty tame to me.
I don't think so. I was never actually shown the photo that is in question. So I'm not exactly sure which one they're talking about. I can just look back at my own Facebook page and know that the only ones that I had posted of myself were of the nature that you see there in these pictures on the air. They're just pictures of me having drinks in Europe with friends.
Now that's it?
That's it.
So the principal approached you. What did he say?
He told me that a parent had called in and complained about a message that I had posted on my Facebook account and about some pictures of me with alcohol, and he just asked me if I had those things, and I said yes. I've got some pictures from my trip to Europe this summer that a coworker and I went on with some other friends. It was completely non-school related, and I told him that I had those things up there, and he said that with the language and the pictures that was enough to warrant a suspension, and he represented that the decision to suspend me had already been made by himself and the superintendent.
So there was no investigation, there was no chance for you even to state your side of the story?
No, there was no investigation. I was stopped on the way into the school that morning and brought into the assistant principal's office. I had no advance notice of what the complaints were, and I was railroaded into resigning right there on the spot before I left that office. I wasn't given any time to think about it and come back to them with my decision.